Well, bank holiday Monday, and I'm not seeing my kids today. I thought I would be. I'm going over to play in a pool sort of get together, 8-man. There's an entrance fee and a winner takes all, so I'm off over there, over to East Yorkshire, up by Driffield, up that way, on Curtis Woodhouse territory. Aircon. So just a couple of things really. A few people were asking me my thoughts on trainers and that, but I'm just gonna give my opinion of my run-in with Twitter. It finally got resolved. I want to thank Celia Connelly on Twitter. Become recommended, and that's a few things you've sorted out for me now, Celia, with boxing border control, my refund for my seconds licence, and now this, so thank you very much. You've done me proud. So gonna get a car wash. But some of the people on Twitter, Jesus, I think I put a tweet out. I filmed how many people I blocked in 1 hour. I didn't realise I had so many fans. Now if people are abusing me like that, I must be doing something right. Don't forget to keep disliking all my videos, because I like to see more dislikes than likes. When I see videos where it's got 25 and 0, I want to see it 25 and 50 or not and 50. I want to know that you like my videos or dislike. Either way, it don't really matter to me. I'm going to give an opinion. It's not going to be popular, is it? Because I tell the truth. Now I'm going to give somebody some kudos on here. I want you all to go to the Liam Cameron interview, and I want you to look at the comments. I don't know that Chris King, whoever he is, he's got no subscribers and nobody's heard of him. He says he lives on where I live. Nobody's heard of you, mate. But look at the conversations. Now I'm supposed to have my ears bit off, but I've got black eyes, and a 17-year-old 9-stone man kicked me out of my house. I'm living in an hotel. The people actually believe these trolls, but and one of them said that he said I badgered Dave Allen. Me and Dave were laughing about that. I've been laughing about it today. Who believes anything these trolls have got to say? It's like the trolls that go on that group that the Stigs got going on, called it Fury Power. Now, he's got a big heart, I suppose, Stig, and he probably is loyal, but it's quite cringe, isn't it? I've had to block him again. I do like him though, but I don't like cringy people. He'll turn a tweet about Muhammad Ali into the Furies, won't he? And his DM group's called Fury Power or something. It's cringe, total cringe, coming out with stuff like that. You're repeating yourself, Stig. No, I just think these things need addressing, because people keep emailing me stuff like this, and I just block people. I'm like Paul Smith now. I just haven't got time for it. I've got that much to do. I just haven't got time for cringiness. You know what I mean? I've no time for it. It's but I've definitely not got black eyes, or I've got top of my ear bit off there. My half cousin did it. That was 18 years ago. So, but it is what it is, isn't it? But you have to laugh, don't you? If you don't laugh, you cry. So, you got Richard, you went ball forward. But alright. But I think that cringe on Twitter, it's embarrassing, isn't it? Stig should know his boxing now, he's been around us long enough. But the other person who were commenting on the Liam Cameron interview, if you have a look, somebody called Lynn Marsh and Brett, now they were guests, I had them as guests at one of Dennis's shows. Now the point I'm trying to make is, you can have these people as guests at your boxing shows when you befriend them on Twitter, or sorry, Dennis's shows, and obviously I was head of boxing for 3 years. Now you have these people at your shows as guests because he used to give me a table. They'd come in, and Dennis's personal assistant Michelle Taylor, she'd give them the tickets and blah de blah. You have them as guests, then they start coming out with stuff like that, saying I'm a convicted rapist and things like that. No ever surprises me about social media. It's just that I sometimes wonder what's happened to I'm no angel myself, but come on. And then that last night down there, fly tipping, people phoning me up saying, you better not slag Matchroom fighters off or you'll get more rubbish tipped over. Well, my mate found a coffee table in all rubbish and he loves it. It's marble. He only chipped on corner, but he's going to get it repaired. It's really good as well. So at least somebody's had some out of the rubbish, but it's going to cost me 40 quid that now for a skip. But what can you do? What can you do? Right? What can you do? But
BBC Radio Sheffield.
Unbelievable. But anyway, oh fucking what? Right, let's go through this list now then. Let me have a look here. Top trainers in UK. You know, there's lots of trainers, isn't there? I could give you a list of the 20 over 20. But you know, the ones that are going to get the kudos, you know, Robert McCracken, Dominic Ingle, Dave Caldwell, Tony Sims, Shane McGuigan, Ben Davidson, Peter Fury, Don Charles, Mark Tibbs, Jamie Moore, because they don't tell you all the time out of them, so they're going to get all the praise. You know, the trainers, they're all good trainers, don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously Ben Davidson's very inexperienced, isn't he? But I don't think age has got anything to do with it. I think Denny Matthews is good, Chris Smedley, Glyn Rhodes, Clinton Woods, Mick Whale, Chris Sanager, Max McCracken, Billy Nelson, Michael Jennings, Johnny Roy, Tunde Ajayi, Jimmy McDonald, Ted Bambi. I think they're all good trainers. There's 13 trainers there, but they're probably not, they don't get as much coverage as them other ones. I mean, some of these here, McCracken, he gets pick of them, doesn't he? He's head at EIS. He'll be looking at who's coming through in amateurs. I'll have him, I won't have him, I won't have him. Eddie, take these. Frank, you can have what's left. That's how it's going on. And if you sign with Matchroom, you get to use all EIS, don't you? Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is, isn't it? So I'm gonna burn off. I'll drive off. I'm gonna do. He knows I will. Well, it's not bullying, is it? They should be proud that we've had him over here, shouldn't they? But I'm gonna do, watch me. But I think Derry Matthews, I think he has his fighters a bit like Abel Sanchez. They sit down and punch hard, don't they? Because see, the puncher is same one, Derry Matthews. I think Yazzie Dickens is punching a lot harder. But it's each to their own, innit? You could have a trainer that's, I don't know, Ben Davidson, he could take Tyson to beat Wilder and beat Joshua, and then be trainer at you, wouldn't he? And come from nowhere, come from you know, Billy Joe Saunders having a bad performance. Do you know what I mean? So, right. Well, I had a favours for him. I'll let old Porky have a quick rinse off before he goes over to Codhead Land, don't you? So, get the window wipers on. But yeah, I mean, trainers, right? Who is the best trainer? Is Joshua's trainer best trainer because he's heavyweight champion at world? Is Peter Fury best trainer because he's took Tyson to undisputed lineal heavyweight championship, or whatever they want to call it these days? Is Peter best trainer because he's done that? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's, why didn't you just say that then? Hey. But who is the best trainer? Well, I think you can go down through history books and look at it like this. What is it that makes a good trainer? Now, Angelo Dundee didn't even do pads, did he? He observed, didn't he? Now, he observed Oscar De La Hoya's camp for Floyd Mayweather fight. That didn't help him, did it? No, didn't help Oscar, did it? Still got beat. No, it didn't help George Foreman when he fought. Who did George Foreman fight now and he got beat? He got beat. I'm having a nightmare here. So, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But I think boxers make the trainer, don't they? I mean, look at Robert McCracken. What did Robert McCracken do with David Walker? And look at him there trying to beat 10 men. Go on then. Go on then, mate, in your Vectra, for 06 plate Vectra, cutting me up. What did Robert McCracken do with Dave Walker and all the rest of them that he had, class of 2002? What did he do? Frotch was his star pupil, wasn't he? But he didn't really do it with anybody else, did he? So is Robert McCracken the best trainer? No, but he ended up with a gold medal Olympian. If you get a gold medal Olympian, you should do great with him. The trainer who got Luke Campbell, he didn't do great with Luke, did he? It's all about timing and what fighters in division. I think there's nothing between I don't think there's anything between most trainers who've got the badges. They all know the game. I think Glyn Rhodes is a masterful trainer. Masterful. I think Dennis Hobson, even though I don't speak to him now, I think he's masterful as well. I watched him with Danny Kennedy when I went over to Jersey for a week, and some of the things he were teaching him, I was blown away with it. I couldn't take my eyes off the full session, full 45-minute session. I was really impressed. Let's get that motorway here. Whoops, a daisy, stick it in sport, and we're away. I thought when Dennis trained Danny that session in Jersey, I thought he was brilliant. I just couldn't take my eyes off the session, as I just said. And everybody's different, aren't they? Every trainer brings something different. Some trainers want to do 6-punch combinations. Some trainers, like I've been watching Robin Reed take Yui on pads, and he wants to do certain things that are different to everybody else. Now,
please take the next exit on the left.
I can explain it now. Everybody's different. Peter Fury is different to Robin Reed. Everybody can add something to a boxer. I've been a big critic of people who leave trainers. I've been critical of Dave Allen. I was very critical, saying you should stick with your trainer from the beginning. But that's only because Frotch stuck with McCracken, didn't he? Matthew Macklin, he had loads of trainers and never won a world title. Although he did get robbed against Sturm, but he had a lot of trainers and it still didn't pay off for him. But he would have took something from every trainer. So I still think the trainer can show you so much, but you've got to want to do it, haven't you? And that's just my opinion. I just think you've got to want to do it. There's loads of good trainers out there. Any one of them 23 can take a world champion on and keep him happy. Any single one of them, no matter what age you are, any single one of them can do that. So, do you know what I mean? Any single one of them. But yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? It's easier to drive in that Jeep than this, isn't it? I can sit it down easier. So I love it place. It's constant shape at sea to like bucket in jobs, aren't they? But it's getting told down, I'm a bit late. But yeah, it's one of them things. It's people will be saying, "Hey, you're on the going right block." Well, there you go. What going right block am I? I'm Cod Headland, Curtis Woodhouse's local pub. I don't think Curtis will be out today though. If he is, he might be in the 8-man job. Hey, we're going on his manor. Sort all these codheads out. But yeah, I just wanted to run that by you the fans, what I think about trainers. I just think anybody can make a trainer look good if you're knocking people out. Joe Gallagher were 47-0, wasn't he? Kept getting loads of wins. He had a good group of fighters and they just weren't fighting anybody, were they? Then once they started stepping up, there's only really been Qualla that's done out, hasn't there? That's what I think. So, do you know what I mean? So, it is what it is, isn't it? But I'm looking forward to the Joshua fight with Povetkin. A lot of hype around it. People saying that Povetkin's got a great left hook. I mean, Sky keeps showing the highlight reel, don't they, of David Price getting iced against Povetkin, but who really gave David Price a chance in that fight? Nobody did, they really. But to think that if David Price had beat Povetkin, he could have been in with Joshua now. That's where Sky are scraping the barrel, aren't they, really, at the moment. Eddie Hearn, a year ago, said, and I quote, "Every Saturday night, non-pay-per-view, he's going to have a world title fight." Now, he said that when he was in Monaco, when he was boasting about his stable. The first time Jamie McDonnell got beat, didn't he, clearly by 5 rounds on Adam Smith's card. But they gave it to him by a massive scoreline. That's the Sky narrative. Eddie said, no, Coogan, we're going to have world title fights on Saturday night regular shows, non-pay-per-view in the UK. When was, I'm asking you the fans this, when was the last world title fight with 2 Brits that are male in England on a non-pay-per-view fight? When? Tell me when. I can't remember. Bellew Hay that one for a belt, and that was pay-per-view twice. And people criticise me for saying Hughie Fury against Bellew, a big domestic clash. Get in your lane. Look at that. Why would you do that, love? Why would you do 60 in a 70? Jesus. But Bellew against Hughie Fury, there were a bit of talk of that, wasn't there, a few months ago, and I said, I think it's a pay-per-view. I don't agree with pay-per-view, but if all them others are pay-per-view, why not Hughie? Dillian White's not fought for a world title yet. Hughie has, and he got a pay-per-view, didn't he? Dillian White, pay-per-view. Well, he's made a name for himself, he's worked hard, Dillian. He's got a very good trainer, Mark Tibbs. I rate him. I rate his dad even more though. Do you know why? Because he got 10 years in prison and he went no comment in his statements. And I like out like that. Shout out to Jimmy Tibbs. He's a proper G. Even Spencer Fearon could take somebody to a world title. He's not a bad little trainer, Spencer. I've studied him. He gets a bit of stick, but he does know his stuff. The boxing history stuff he comes out with though, Spencer, we both know that that's rehearsed before you go in front of cameras, because the 2 times I've met you, both times I asked you questions and you got them both wrong, didn't you? I asked you when Bruce Woodcock from Doncaster fought Lee Savold. You said 1946 and it weren't, mate, was it? We both know when it was, Spencer. It wasn't 1946. So, but yeah, he's not a bad little trainer, Spencer Fearon. He gets a bit of stick, doesn't he? He's a boxing man, isn't he? He's going to be excited, he's on Sky, isn't he? So I try not to give him any stick, but he is getting loads of emails in the helmets for leading into December, for end of month. 1st of September I'm going to bring the helmet list out, and you, the fans, wanted me to expand it to 15. So I'm going to give you the top 15 helmets of the month. Helmets of the month is send your vote into Porky Corner at mail.com. Not Porky's, just Porky. Although the channel's called Porky's Corner. All them people watching this who don't like me will be saying, state of that. What do you think? House of Churchill's tailor-made shirt, what do you think? No Chelsea boots on, what do you reckon? You reckon I look the dogs? Hey? Do you reckon I look the dogs? Hey? Going to take all this codhead's money off them. Oh fuck, I forgot my cue! Oh shit. Oh fucking hell. Oh, I'll have to play with an house cue. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's dented my confidence, hasn't it? I get attached to things, you know, like my pig mask. When I go to bed at night I wear my pig mask. And I've got attached to that cue. It's took me a year to bed it in. To get used to it and to weight of it. And it's took me 3 months to get used to the tip. I'm gutted now. Gutted. Proper gutted. Yeah, I'm still coming, yeah. I'm just a little bit late, that's all. But yeah, I'm still coming, yeah. I forgot something, but it don't matter. I'm not going to need it anyway to sort you lot out. Alright. But yeah, so... God, it's getting dark, isn't it? It's 3 o'clock on a... bank holiday afternoon. Got to go over. I don't think I've got to go over Humber Bridge. Check that. But I'll tell you what's another good fight as well. Jack Catterall against O'Hara Davis. Quite like O'Hara Davis. He's got a nice style. Isn't it funny how when you're on social media, you could just take a dislike to somebody and you'll just pan the style or anything, and then if you like them you'll sort of like the style. It's crazy, isn't it? I suppose that would make me a hypocrite because I don't like fighters that take a lot of punches, but I like Frotch, don't I? He's me pal and I like him, and he does take punishment, doesn't he? I just hope in years to come it's not going to come back all that punishment that he's had, I hope it ain't going to come back to haunt him, because he's a very, very wealthy man now, Carl. Very, very wealthy, and he's doing great. His family's doing brilliant. Lee's doing fantastic, his brother, 3 years sober. Lee, I know you're watching. I wish that could be me, mate. I wish that could be me. Although I'm trying with one problem I've had. No, not a problem. Weekend warrior, I suppose. I think we drink. Yeah, I'm always going to have a drink. It's social, just to be sociable, isn't it? I suppose. I like to be sociable. But 31 mile to go. Jesus. 31 mile. Must have come wrong fucking way. But yeah, it's a funny old game, isn't it? 10 bob to first person who sees a sea. I thought this shirt were black. It's like a dark blue, isn't it? Jeans are black. Like a right dark blue, isn't it? It's same colour shirt as Dennis's Q7. I thought that were black. Maybe I'm colourblind. Maybe I've picked it up and thought it were black. It's not black, that, is it? Oh, it's I've shaved the old Steve Bunce, the old Bunce. Grade none, I reckon. Do I look like Phil Mitchell or Grant Mitchell? What do you reckon? Do I look a helmet? I'm my helmet, aren't I? I should be #1 helmet, shouldn't I, doing these videos? But I enjoy it. Shout out to Danny at Berry and Frank Smith, my pal. How you doing, Frank? That Merc's looking nice, Frank. Think I might take that 14 plate off you, Frank, later on in year. Treat myself. What do you reckon? I fancy a 2-door. Go well with my big head, wouldn't it? Driving around in this, I feel like an old man. I can't remember the last time I had a manual. I'll tell you what, it's windy. Really windy today. What do I think about Carl Frampton against Warrington? I think it's a good fight. Whether it's pay-per-view or not, I don't know. Shout out to McGregor Boxing Stars. It's a new channel. They do a podcast. It's in Ireland. You want to follow them? But if you want to follow me on Twitter, feel free to follow me, but don't follow me if you're fake, because I'll suss you out. If I get a spare hour, I like to have a flick through, and I will block you. If you're fake, you'll get blocked. If you ask proper boxing questions, do it, but don't try and pal me up and then DM me and blow bubbles up my arsehole, then send me abuse. I mean, what weirdos some of you are. But after me saying to Twitter, if I'm coming back, I want my same name. So you can't have that because you were banned before, but we're going to give it benefit of doubt. So I said, well, I want. Oh, it's this way, isn't it? I want @BigVern44 _ But they said to me, somebody took the account, and I said, yeah, it's one of them people that's been trolling me. They've done it because what they thought were, I've got about 5 tops on and a couple of t-shirts, and they say @BigVern44 on. So them who got me banned, they thought if he comes back on, he'll get that account, and they were thinking right, weren't they? So they are proper dedicated trolls. But once I pointed it out to Twitter that these are trolls, they've probably got more than one account. They gave me it because you did it the day I got blocked. Unlucky. But to be honest with you, I've lost. Getting this lane. I've lost interest in Twitter now. To be honest, I've really lost interest. Now I got the account. Now I got back on and I proved a point with my lawyer. Thank you very much, Celia. It don't really bother me that much because YouTube's where it's at, innit, for my videos. I can say my bit in these videos and tell you.